Alright, everybody, welcome back to some more Pixelmon adventures. It is I, Xilestar, and today, well, a lot of things happened off screen while I am adjusting the microphone. Because I've tried to get rid of these weird high audio levels. Anyway, I forgot to check one thing, but hopefully it's not that bad. I'm hoping that it won't do anything. It won't mess with the recording in any way. If it does, I'll do it later. Or I'll know now so that I don't do it later. Alright, so there we go, that's been reset. I don't know what it is. For some reason, my microphone will do weird things whenever my computer restarts instead of shutting down. And it's weird. Alright, so a few things have happened since, the last time I recorded. I didn't do a lot. I did very little, but a lot of craziness did happen. One is that I put the dragon head here just so I'd have extra spots over here for the random thing. I also put my red apricorns here so I would actually have them here. So I would actually grow red apricorns so I can eventually, whenever I get hoppers and be able to make a cool little auto array of making Pokeballs, I can do that. But don't worry, that's not my only setup. My other setup, which is over here, is where I'm going to be growing most of my apricorns. And then I found out that, I took one of the big farms and what? How are these back to this? Huh? Alright, well that's weird. Anyway. That's weird. I remember trampling these crops. Unless you're telling me an NPC was randomly over here. Aw, man. Leave me alone. You better not have static. Aw, you thunderwaved me. So as I am recording this, Pokemon Home has come out for a few days now. And since the day that I did get it, did get the update, I have a stronger move. No. It's interesting. Alright. So, since the day that it came out, I moved a lot of my legendary Pokemon from Shield over to Scarlet. Unfortunately, the one that I desperately wanted to move, which was my white Kyurem, just so I could start dominating Terra raids with it, apparently you can't get DNA splicers in the auction like I thought you could, and I was really confused. But I moved everything else. I was able... there's a big misconception, and I hate the fact that Cerebi doesn't actually... doesn't actually give you a better explanation for why they say this. So, for the Scroll of Waters and Scroll of Darkness, you must have a Cubfu in your... I don't know if it has to be in your party or in your box. It says in your box on Cerebi, but I'm not 100% sure, and I'm barely gonna listen to it since it lied to me about a ribbon in BDSP, so I'm taking it with a grain of salt now. But for some odd reason, Cerebi has said that you can have Urshifu or Cubfu in your boxes, and you will be able to buy it at an auction pretty much in the port area, so you can go and get your own Scroll of Waters and Scroll of Darkness. However, when I moved my Rapid Strike and Single Strike, I'm going to go into my little strip mine here, that I made, while I was transferring all my Pokemon over, and I was finding out that you can do new cool things, but I'm going to get to that in a second. But while I was moving my Urshifus over, I bought every item, and then I found out that I couldn't buy the Scroll of Waters and the Scroll of Darkness. But that doesn't make any sense. According to Cerebi, I should be able to buy them, because as long as I have my Urshifus in the box, which they were in, I didn't move them into the party until after I got their items. So as soon as I got the items, I took them out. But for the Urshifus, I couldn't get it. So I found a friend who traded me a Cubfu. So when I went to go and check to see if He kept the Cubfu specifically because he wanted to see if there would be any other Urshifu sort of evolutions that like they're like hee hee, like there's a water and dark one, but soon there'll be like a grass type one or something like that. So I wanted to be one of the first ones to get it. So he ended up trading me the Cubfu so I could see if it's Cubfu and not Urshifu. And he said as long as I traded it back, and I did. So funnily enough, as soon as I put the Cubfu in my box, I can buy the scrolls. I can literally buy the scrolls now. So you do not need Urshifu, you need Cubfu. So either that is a mistake on Game Freak's part, or that is a mistake on Cerebee's part. But while I'm speaking of this, the ribbon that I was talking about that Cerebee gave me misinformation for was the footprint ribbon, where Cerebee's description of the ribbon says that in order for you to get it, your Pokemon must have high friendship, or they must have gained at least 30 levels with you. The Pokemon that I wanted to give the ribbon to, because I wanted to do the whole 10 ribbon thing and have a video of it, was going to be on my Giratina. I had the high friendship ribbon, so I thought that it would be easy to get the footprint ribbon because I have high friendship. But he wouldn't give it to me. And when I double and triple checked what I read on Cerebee, it said that I was doing everything correctly. So I was confused. So unless Cerebee forgot to put and instead of or, like your Pokemon needs to have high friendship and be at least 30 levels from when you caught it, then that makes sense. But that's not what it said. It said that or, so you could pick one or the other. So I picked the high friendship one because the Giratina already got the ribbon for it. Unless that ribbon conflicted with it, I don't know. So yeah, so if you want to get the Scroll of Waters or the Scroll of Darkness, go with Cubfu. It's easier. And it's doable. But I brought my Zacian over. I was sad that I lost one of the moves, I think, for it. But I am extremely excited for Zamazenta. Because, oh boy. If there was ever a move that I want to hack specifically for Zamazenta, it was going to be Body Press, considering the fact that Zamazenta gets stab for it, plus it has high defense. I think it's got, well, in its crowned form, I think it's got 145 defense, which is pretty darn good. So I thought that would be amazing to have for a Zamazenta, and then I found out that in Sword and Shield, it doesn't learn it, and I was very sad. But if I could hack any move, that would have been one of the moves that I would have hacked on it. If I could hack it, anyway. So, in Scarlet and Violet, you can. So I was very excited. So as soon as I got the chance, I immediately taught Zamazenta Body Press. So now I have a Zamazenta with Body Press, and I'm really happy about it. I'm extremely happy about it. I also, something else that I found out too before I go into more of what I did off screen. I found out that you can actually get the Hisuian forms. I don't know about 2 of them, but I'll explain why I don't know about the 2 of them. But I found out that for the one that I really want, which is the Hisuian Growlithe, you can actually get it inside of a modern day Pokeball. All you have to do is breed it with, well, I bred it with a normal Growlithe that I caught. So, I don't know if it has to be bred with its own kind of thing, but it is possible. I do have one. I bred a total of 3 because I used a egg power food, so I have 3 of them. So hooray! I can't wait. I'm extremely excited to try and see if you could beat Scarlet and Violet with just the Growlithe. I bet you it's gonna be really hard, especially since it's got a quad weakness. But unless I bring it in with like Terra shards or something like that, I think it would be fine. Or I could change its Terra type. Where you transfer it over, change the Terra type, and then you transfer it back, and then now it's like a Steel type or something like that. That'd be awesome. Anyway, yeah, so I made this mine. As you saw, like while I was chipping away at it, I left it unfinished because I was trying to figure out how the bloody heck I'm gonna heal this pickaxe because it has mending, but yet I have no way of healing it normally. And no matter how many times I smelt things in the furnaces, it's not going up. So I'm gonna have to try something. And I think that it's because I have armor that has mending that it's conflicting with it. So I have no idea. Also, I did some organizing as well. So yeah. Oh, something interesting that happened. When I planted these two were the first ones I planted before I started working on anything over there. So these two should be relative. These two should have been relatively like the same, like should have been at the same growth. So when one of them was done and the other one wasn't, and I was a bit confused, but I shrugged it off. And then when I planted these two were first here. So when I started using, I forget what it's called, the Whalmer pail to kind of make these things grow faster, something interesting happened. For some reason, this one grew to have the apricorn faster than the one that I had originally planted right there. So that one was about. Well, I might need the pail for me to be able to show it. I didn't throw it in there? No, what's in here then? Oh, I found a crazy glitch. Aw. Okay, that's why. I found a crazy glitch and I thought it was really funny. I'll show it off. I don't think it actually does anything. I think it might be a leftover code or something like that. Yeah, so you can do this and you can water them. And it'll grow a stage higher than what it's supposed to. I think it was around this. And I was like, how is that one that I planted before this one like done before the other one? Like I was confused. And I understand that like every one of them has like a random tick speed and stuff like that. Like I understand that. I literally just planted this one. See, this is insane though. Like I feel like it's because they're close to water or something like that. Also, I don't know if these actually need water. Eh. Just decided to throw them close to water. But it looks like it's helping. Okay, is there a stage higher than that one? I'm not quite sure. Also, I'm doing a little bit better as well, so hooray for me. Uh, still, still sick, just tiny bit better, a lot better than before, but yeah, still sick. Let's see here. Yeah, you're still doing fine. I want to see what the stage after this one is, because I think that's where the other one was. I think that's where that one was when this one was here. So I'm trying to see if, because if this just goes straight to like this size, then never mind. It wasn't that big then. I love farming in Minecraft, especially like for this stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so it just goes straight to this. Okay, never mind. So it was this size. I'm not gonna go babysit the flowers or the apricorns anymore. All right, so what are we going to be doing now? Well, we're going to be going into a strange dimension. And hopefully we'll get enough training. Sorry, saw Vivian. Thought it would be really cool to look at it. So we're going to go through an intense training regiment over there. Also, we have plenty of food. I cooked all the meats. We will be eating those first before we touch on the baked potatoes, which I have close to 5 stacks of it. So should be well fed at the very least. Oh, looks so cool. I like the whole magma on the bottom or where the the thrusters are kind of to kind of make it look like it's just like it's shooting like fire and stuff like that. I wish there you could put fire vertically, but you can't. And this is where we're going. We're going to the Nether. Yay. I'm going to try and get Nether quartz and seeing if that will help. Uh okay. This is a weird biome. What is this? Undergarden. That's interesting. Okay.